I'm here today with another haul. I know that I have posted a few hauls lately, but the Sephora VIB sale just ended and I got a ton of stuff. I feel like I placed a couple orders, and then when I was in Hawaii, I went to Honolulu and they had a Sephora that had a ton of high-end brands that my local JCPenney Sephora does not have. And there was a ton of stuff on my wish list, so I thought this was a great opportunity to get a bunch of new products that are coming out or that have just came out, and I want to share them with you. And I've never done lip swatches within a haul video before, but I'm going to try that because I haven't done that, and I think that would be helpful rather than just seeing them on my hands. So this is going to be some lip swatches, and then I have tried some of these products, so I'll let you know my thoughts as I go through them. So I'm gonna start with the first thing, which I have on right now. I'm doing a first impressions of it. It is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Lasting Liquid Foundation. It's 1 fluid ounce. I believe it retails for $45. I'm wearing it today. Mine is in the shade Natural 3. So far, I really like it. I've only had it on for about 2 hours, and so far, I think it's really beautiful on the skin. A lot of you guys had wanted to see a first impressions of this, so that is why I picked that one up, and so far, I really like it. It's very creamy on the skin, but then once you blend it in, it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel like makeup on your skin. It's not heavy. It's just a very beautiful, like medium coverage foundation that feels very light on the skin. So that's the first thing I got. So the next two products, one is new, one is not. And I tried this combination when I was in Hawaii and I really, really loved it. So the foundation is the Maestro Fusion Makeup from Giorgio Armani. I got mine in the shade 5.5. And I also got their new, this is new, the Maestro UV Skin Defense Primer. It has SPF 50 in it, which I thought this would be great. A lot of normal SPFs for my face tend to clog my pores. It makes my skin super greasy and just really clogs up my face, and so I don't usually use like a normal SPF on my skin. And so I've been always looking for a good primer because I wear primers with my foundations all the time, and during the spring and summer I'm outside a lot and I do wear makeup. So I wanted to try this out. I really have loved a lot of Giorgio Armani products, so I wanted to try out some more. So this combination is actually really beautiful. This Maestro Fusion Makeup, I find when I put it on over this UV primer, both of them are very thin. It just goes on so beautifully, looks very natural on the skin, very lightweight, but has a nice coverage. So I really like this. I used this Maestro foundation with, I think it was this Kat Von D primer, and I didn't like it. It felt very cakey and heavy. But when I wear it with something really thin like this primer, it worked really well. So just keep that in mind. This may not be a foundation that works well with many different primers, but they both are very liquidy. This is a very, very liquidy primer sunscreen. It does have a sunscreen scent to it, but it has SPF 50, which I think is great. So I really have been liking this, and I'm still on the fence with this one. If I could only use it with this primer, then that's how it's gonna be. But I'm gonna still try out this foundation with a few other products and see how it works. But so far, it's like an okay one for me. But this one is also new. This is the Maestro Glow Nourishing Fusion Makeup, and I got this one in the shade 4. So I got this in 5.5. When I'm tan, this is a pretty good match. 4 will probably be a little bit better for a normal, everyday, not super tan. I can tell that it has a little bit of a sheen. I don't know if that's just the bottle or if that's the foundation, but it's their Nourishing Fusion Makeup, and it is a new product, has SPF 30 in it. And I'm gonna swatch it and see if you can tell. Yeah, this is gonna be a great color. It's a little bit light on my hand, but my hand has a little bit more self-tanner on it. So I'm excited to try this. I will do a first impression of this one if you guys wanna see it, and I will do a wear test throughout the day with the regular Maestro one if you wanna see that as well. Just thumbs up this video or comment down below. So a couple new foundations. Then Josie Maran came out with the Vibrancy Argan Oil Foundation, and I picked mine up in the shade Mystical RG30. This is what the packaging looks like. It's very cute. Has 100% argan oil in it, cold pressed process to preserve the hand selected ingredients. Vibrancy feeds and energizes your skin with the essential nutrients it craves. It's lightweight, medium full coverage. It's great for sensitive skin, and it's supposed to make your skin vibrant, smooth, supple, and vibrant. So I'm excited to play with this. If you want to see first impressions of that, let me know. So I got quite a few new foundations. I had, like I said, This one I'm wearing on my skin today as a first impression. I've tried the regular Maestro one and I like it with the UV primer. This one I still want to do a first impressions on. It's the Nourishing foundation, and then we have the Josie Maran Vibrancy. Those are the foundations and primers. Now we have like blushes and highlights and all kinds of other good stuff. Now you guys know I love the Burberry Nude Glow. It's like one of my holy grail highlighters. It's gorgeous. Well, they came out with white number 1, which I think they had before, but I didn't get it in time, and then now it was back on Sephora. So it's a very, very light white highlighter. Now, if you have darker skin tones, you probably want to pass on this, but for more fair skin, I think this is beautiful. It gives a little bit more of a silvery, you see that? Like a silvery white highlight. If you are medium skin tone, I'm sure this is going to be borderline able to work for you as a highlight. It might show up too like stark white on your skin. If I'm much darker than this, this probably won't work, but for when I'm really fair, I think this is going to be fantastic. So if you are a fair girl and you have a hard time finding a highlighter that is light enough for you, you might want to try this. So I really love the Burberry highlighters. The one in Nude Glow, I've been very, very impressed with. But this one in Optic White, or whatever it's called, is it Optic White? Just white, number 1, is borderline for me. So if you're fair, I recommend it. If you're darker, you probably want to skip on it. I got this Tom Ford blush. I don't really own any Tom Ford makeup other than a couple of their eye bases. So this is in Pink Sand, and they just started selling them at Sephora, and I could not like pass up a product in this beautiful white and gold packaging. And again, this one is a cream blush in Pink Sand. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very light. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be when I swatched it on my hand, because this one I had to order. But if you can see there, it's a really beautiful light pink. I'm excited to play with it. I don't know much about the formula yet because I haven't applied it to my cheeks, but it looks really beautiful, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Then I picked up some blushes. These are from the Estée Edit collection, which I've been eyeing them and really, really wanting to try them. So the first color I got is the Barest blush, and it did have a little bit of an overspray of like shimmer that goes away very quickly, which is kind of a bummer, but this is a really pretty, if you like nude blushes and you just kind of like a light flush to the cheek without a ton of like brightness, I think you'll really like this. It's very nude, very natural, kind of an everyday blush, and I think for the summer this is going to be really pretty for like a bronzy look. So that's the Barest blush. Really love that. This one is in Koi Coral, and as you can see, like that's what it looks like with the overspray. But once you put your finger or brush in it, it's gone. So, and then this one is Koi Coral. It's a little bit more orange. So this has a little bit more of a nudie brown. This one's a little bit more orange. And then the one that I'm actually wearing today is in Purr Pink. And it's a really pretty pink. And they are pretty pigmented. I find when you use a brush, it does pack a bunch of pigment. Sometimes finger swatches just don't do it justice. But that one is Purr Pink. So I highly recommend these. They're super smooth, very creamy, very blendable. They aren't chalky. They aren't difficult to blend at all. They're very, very beautiful. Okay, so Becca just came out with some luminous blushes. Becca blushes are some of my favorite. Their one in Gypsy is like one of my all-time favorites. So when I heard that they came out with more blushes, I wanted to pick them up. I'm wearing today Becca Opal in the poured and the pressed version. So I have quite a like vibrant highlight going on, and I just love glowy shimmery cheeks in the spring summertime. It's my favorite. So these are the ones I picked up. This first one is called Snapdragon. Can you see how bright that is? You need like the lightest touch. These are very, very pigmented, but they have the most beautiful sheen. Like, isn't that gonna be so gorgeous in the summertime? It's just beautiful. So this one is Snapdragon. It's a bright pinky coral color. Then you have Foxglove, and this one is a little bit more on the cool toned pink. Absolutely stunning. I think this one is the one they say is like a ballerina pink, which is funny because Gypsy they described as a ballerina pink too, and this one is much brighter. So it's a bright pink. It's got a beautiful sheen to it. If you're not into sheeny blushes, pass on these because they have a ton of sheen to them. They are made with the they're called Shimmering Skin Perfector blushes. And then this one is Camilla. This one actually might be the ballerina pink one. This one's a lighter pink. And oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So I'm tempted to go pick up the other shades, but they might be too dark for me. But these are absolutely beautiful. I think they're gonna be fantastic in the spring, summertime, just to add a beautiful, like, shiny glow to your cheeks. So those are the blushes, love them. I also got this Tom Ford Golden Peach cream and powder eye color. This one was sold out forever, and then it finally came back. You have a powder on the top here, which I'm actually underwhelmed with. It's very chunky and it's just sparkly, like I can run my finger in there and you don't get a ton of pigment. It's more of like a sparkly top coat, which is okay, I guess. But this is actually really beautiful. These are my favorite eye bases. They're cream shadows. I have Platinum and what's the other one called? Spice. So this is a beautiful peachy rose gold color. This is so beautiful in actually all year round, but I love these colors on the eyes. It's super simple to just put it on your eye, blend in a crease color, super reflective. You could top it with that sparkly top coat or leave it as is. Once it sets, I find it doesn't smudge. The Tom Ford cream shadows are definitely worth the splurge. So I really love the color of this. The top shadow is like okay for me, but this color is everything. I also picked up this Este Lauder Double Wear Waterproof Concealer. I've seen quite a few girls do like waterproof makeup tests, which I think is so fun. So I'm writing up a tally of a list of different products that are claiming to be waterproof, and we're gonna try them on the face and then either like jump in the shower, squirt my face with water, something to see which products are really waterproof. So when I saw this, it's a newer product to Sephora, or a new product, I was like, I want to try that out in the video. So I actually really like this. I don't know how waterproof it is, but it's very, very creamy. I got mine in the shade 1C Light. When I'm tan, it's obviously a little too light, but it's very, very creamy, but it doesn't crease under the eyes. It's very brightening, it covers really well, it's a full coverage, and claims to be waterproof, so we'll see. I love the double wear products from Estee Lauder, so I'm excited to play with this a little bit more. I also got the Ardency in Copper eyeshadow. I wore this yesterday. This has been on my list to pick up. I really love these Ardency in shadows. I have quite a few of them. This is just a really bold copper color. Really, really pretty. I probably have other ones like it, but it's just so creamy and beautiful that it's been on my list. And their one in rose gold is probably my favorite out of all of them. But this is a really, really pretty, if you like coppery gold shadows, I think you'd really like this. So we're zooming in, we're gonna do some lip swatches. There's a ton of lip products that I got, well, a couple. These are new. These are the Buxom Wildly Whipped Liquid Lipsticks. I picked up two colors. I got one in an Instigator, and I got another one in Devious Dolly, which I'm wondering if these are gonna be very similar. This one in Instigator looks a little bit lighter. This looks a little bit more berry tone. So let's start off with Instigator. It's very cool packaging. It's a little bit more of an hourglass shape, and it has a large doe foot applicator. Not much of a scent. There's no specific scent. It just smells like makeup. So let's apply this. This is like a really good everyday darker nude. It does feel very light and comfortable on the lips. Very smooth, yeah. I like the texture, it feels very nice. And here is a swatch of the color. Really pretty color if you like kind of more mauve-y, nude, a little bit more on the browner side. This is really pretty. So this next color is called Devious Dolly, and I think this one is described as like a mauve color. And I'll swatch it on my hand next to the other one. You can see it has a little bit more red tones, but they are quite similar. I mean, you probably don't need both. And it's way more orangey red than I would have expected based on the description online. So this one is okay. It's probably not my favorite color. I like the Instigator one a little bit more. I tend to go more towards these mauvey, dusty purple colors than I do of the warm reddish mauves. So this one is Devious Dolly. Again, it feels super smooth and really, really nice on the lips. But I don't know if I like this color on me. But it feels very light. So I like the texture and formula of these. All right, the next one is the Melted Matte, Too Faced Melted Matte. This is in Queen Bee. And I was so excited when I saw these. The packaging is super cute. It's kind of like a rectangle on the bottom, pinched on the sides, really, really cute. And doe foot applicator. This one has a very sweet, like buttercream scent to it. Okay, so this formula goes on really nicely. So far, it feels very, very creamy on the lips. It's not like a super dark color, so as far as the opacity, like it went on really clear. Could have done one coat. Feels super nice. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, but these are their Melted Matte Liquified Matte Long Wearing Lipsticks. They have a bunch of great colors, so I'm excited to see what other colors come out, but this is the one I was like most drawn to. And as it dries down, you definitely can see like the lines in my lips a little bit more. Don't mind my like awful job of applying it, but yeah, as it dries down, it will accentuate your lines in your lips. So if you don't like that, you might want to pass on this, but it still feels very comfortable. It doesn't feel tight on my lips at all. And this is what Queen Bee looks like. Next is a Clinique Color Pop, and I haven't tried any of these before. This is in the color Wink Pop, and it's supposed to be a lip color and a primer in one. And it's like this cute little tube here. Doesn't have a scent. It has like, it's not a doe foot applicator. I don't remember what these ones are called, but this is a light pink. They're actually quite pigmented. And try this one on. It's a little sticky feeling, like cushiony, but sticky at the same time. I don't know how I feel about this color. It said like a lavender pink, which I guess I was expecting it to be a little bit more of a dusty pink. So I don't know if I love this color. And feeling the formula, it's a bit sticky for me. I don't know if I love it, but it makes your lips look very, very juicy. If you've tried these, let me know your thoughts on them. This one I'm just kind of like okay about. So this is the Color Pop in Wink Pop. Okay, and the last lip product I got was a Stila lip color in, it's BACI, BACI, whatever. My favorite color, you guys. This is like no joke. I love this shade. It's just my favorite. I have patina and I do like that, but this color I'm just like obsessed with. So a lot of people love or hate this formula. It goes on really smooth. So it's very, very thin feeling on the lips. Like when you go to apply it, it doesn't feel real thick or goopy. It feels very, very thin. Let's see what it's like when it dries. And I will swatch this on my hand for y'all too. So this one is very similar to Queen Bee. It's actually very, very similar to Queen Bee. So if you don't like this formula, Queen Bee seems to be just a tad bit darker. This feels like a little bit lighter, almost like Cashmere by Lime Crime, but maybe a tad bit more purple. As it dries, I do see like the lines in my lips a little bit more, but it feels light and really comfortable. It doesn't feel overly drying. So I haven't really worn patina much from Stila, but this feels nice on the lips so far. So those are the lip colors that I got. Last thing I got from Sephora was this. It's empty, but it came with 2 beauty blenders and the Beauty Blender Cleanser. Now, is it just me? Maybe I've been using my Real Techniques complexion sponge for so long, but this just seems like very tiny and like a little bit different shaped than it used to be. I feel like it's skinnier and longer, and this is wet and damp, and it just feels small. But I haven't bought a new beauty blender in a really long time. So it came with 2 beauty blenders and a cleanser. And I'm dropping stuff. So that is my haul, you guys. I would love to know some of the stuff you picked up for the Sephora VIB sale, the 15% off or 10% off. If there's any of these products that you want more in-depth reviews or first impressions, then let me know. I'm going to go through my collection and kind of find some dupes for some of these high-end stuff with a lot of ColourPop stuff comes out and they have so many great colors that are very trendy. So I want to see like what ColourPop stuff is similar to some of these high-end liquid lipsticks. If you guys are interested in that, let me know, because the ColourPop ones are only $5. So I think it's just an amazing price. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the Sephora haul. Let me know some products that you have picked up lately, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!